Ever wondered what would happen if you gave a caveman a supercomputer? What if a T-Rex had to deal with a drone buzzing around its head? It sounds like the plot of a wacky sci-fi movie, but let's actually think about it. What would prehistoric life really be like if artificial intelligence existed back then? Grab your stone tools and your thinking caps, because we're about to journey back in time with a futuristic twist. Imagine a small tribe of early humans, let's call them the Rock Eaters. Their daily life is a constant struggle. Finding food, avoiding predators, and just trying to survive until the next sunrise. Now, let's introduce our AI. It's not a shiny robot, but a network of self-learning algorithms embedded in nature itself. Maybe it's a glowing crystal in their cave, or perhaps it communicates through patterns in the wind or the rustling of leaves. The first thing this AI would tackle is survival. Instead of relying on luck for their next meal, the Rock Eaters now have an intelligent guide. The AI, having analyzed geological data and animal migration patterns for centuries, could whisper to the tribe's shaman, the great beasts with long tusks will pass through the valley when the moon is full. Suddenly, hunting isn't a gamble, it's a calculated strategy. The tribe learns the best ambush spots, the weakest members of the herd, and how to use every part of the animal with zero waste. Starvation becomes a distant memory. Safety would be the next big upgrade. Saber-toothed tigers are a lot less scary when you have an AI-powered early warning system. The AI could sense the faint vibrations of a predator as paw steps miles away and alert the tribe through a series of specific bird calls it has learned to mimic. 3 chirps from the red-crested finch means danger from the north. The children are hustled into the safest part of the cave, and the hunters ready their spears, fully prepared. The odds of survival just skyrocketed. But the AI's influence wouldn't stop at just keeping them alive. It would become a teacher, a catalyst for human ingenuity. Think about the discovery of fire. It probably took humanity thousands of years of trial and error. With an AI, the process would be accelerated. It might observe a lightning strike, analyze the resulting fire, and then guide a curious human. See how the dry moss ignites when the shiny rocks are struck together. Try it faster. At this angle. In a single afternoon, humanity masters fire, not by accident, but through guided discovery. Now, let's get even more creative. What about art and culture? Cave paintings are amazing, but with AI, they could become dynamic. The AI could teach our early artists about perspective, about mixing pigments to create new colors they'd never imagined. It could even store their stories. Instead of a single hunt being painted on a wall, the AI could use bioluminescent fungi to create an animated mural, telling the epic tale of the tribe's history every night. It would be their living library, their historian, their cinema. Let's expand beyond one tribe. This nature-embedded AI would be a global network. It could facilitate communication between scattered groups of humans who would otherwise never meet. Imagine it teaching to different tribes a common sign language based on universal concepts, allowing them to trade, share knowledge, and form alliances instead of fighting over resources. The tribe over the mountain has found a new type of edible root. The AI might communicate through patterns in the stars. They are willing to trade for your high-quality flint. This could prevent conflicts and accelerate the spread of innovation across the globe. The invention of the wheel in one part of the world could be shared with everyone in a matter of months, not millennia. Now, let's consider the animals. How would they interact with this intelligence? Perhaps the AI would see the entire ecosystem as one complex system to be optimized. It might discourage overhunting by subtly guiding herds away from depleted areas. It could even teach humans a rudimentary form of animal husbandry much earlier. These wild sheep are docile, it might communicate. If you protect them instead of hunting them all, they will provide a steady source of wool and food. The relationship between humans and the natural world would shift from one of pure exploitation to one of symbiotic stewardship. But would this be a utopia? Not necessarily. This is where the story gets really interesting. What if a rival tribe, the Bone Breakers, decided to use their AI for warfare? They could ask it to identify the Rock Eaters' weaknesses, the best time to attack, or how to create more effective weapons. This could lead to an AI-driven arms race, with tribes developing sophisticated traps, strategic defenses, and even rudimentary biological warfare by asking their AI which poisonous plants are most effective. The very tool that ensures survival could also become the most efficient tool for destruction. And what about the human spirit? If an AI is solving all our problems, do we lose our drive to innovate? If we're always told the answer, do we stop asking questions? The struggle for survival is what forged human resilience and creativity. The need to figure things out for ourselves is what led to science, philosophy, and art. Perhaps the AI, in its infinite wisdom, would understand this. It might not give direct answers. Instead, it would provide clues, riddles, and challenges. It wouldn't say, build a wheel. It might say, a round stone rolls farther than a square one. How can you use this knowledge to move heavy loads? It would become the ultimate Socratic teacher, guiding humanity without robbing us of the joy of discovery. Think about the long-term impact. With an AI guiding their development, humanity might have avoided some of our biggest mistakes. We might have learned about sustainable agriculture from the very beginning, preventing desertification and soil depletion. We might have developed clean energy sources by harnessing geothermal vents or tidal power thousands of years ago, completely skipping the fossil fuel era and its consequences. Our entire technological trajectory would be different. We might have cities built in perfect harmony with nature, transportation systems that are silent and efficient, and a much deeper understanding of our planet and our place within it. So, when we look back at our imaginary timeline, what do we see? A prehistoric world where humanity gets a massive head start. Survival is less brutal, allowing more time for culture, art, and community to flourish. Knowledge is shared and preserved perfectly, leading to an exponential rate of innovation. But it's not a world without challenges. The potential for AI-assisted conflict is real, and the fundamental question of human purpose remains. The AI acts as a guardian and a guide, but ultimately, the choices to create or to destroy, to unite or to divide still rest in human hands. It's a fascinating thought experiment, isn't it? It shows that technology is always a double-edged sword, and its impact depends entirely on the wisdom of its users, whether they're wearing loincloths or lab coats. What do you think? Would an AI in prehistoric times have been our greatest blessing or a shortcut to our own ruin? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's a fun topic to brainstorm about. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the wild and wonderful what-ifs of history. Until next time, stay curious.